Ladies and gentlemen, did you watch Ludwig's Mogul Chess Boxing Championship on December the 11th? Well, whether you did or you didn't, maybe you've been watching my videos for a long time. If not, then hi, thanks for clicking on one of my videos. My name's GothamChess, and I was one of the main commentators of Ludwig's event. And in this video, I'm gonna take you through a highlight reel, round by round, of the chess and the boxing between Andrea Botez and Dina Belinkaya. Let me know if you enjoyed this highlight reel and if I should make one for the Point Crow versus Disguised Toast matchup as well. And all the footage that I will be using today, obviously credit to Ludwig. There will be a link in the description to his YouTube channel if for some reason you don't know it. Let's jump into the matchup between Andrea and Dina. So, the game begins, Andrea has the white pieces, and she opens up with something pretty unsurprising, which is the London opening. Andrea plays this all the time. It's actually a very decent chess boxing weapon as well, because white can make a lot of very quick moves. And if I'm out of breath, by the way, it's just because I was running around the house with my dog right before recording this video. Maybe I should have taken another breath, whew, all right, I'm ready to go. Feels like I've been chess boxing. Anyway, the London is very good to play if you want to make quick moves and not think a whole lot. But Dina actually plays a setup which, like, according to theory, is not good, because you kind of don't want to, like, overextend and, you know, whatever the computer would say about black playing like this. But for chess boxing, this is great. And when you're a higher rated player playing against a lower rated player, in this case, Dina has like 500, if not 400 or 500 points of FIDE Classical on Andrea. And she's a very experienced player. I mean, she played for the Olympic team of her country, did Dina. So she's the better player, so she needs to kind of immediately create some sort of imbalance. And she does that very early. Now, I don't fully agree with the setup that she chose, but, like, given the circumstances, I think it was a very good decision. Like, if you have to win a game of chess, this is the way you have to play. I don't like her next move a whole lot. When she played knight f4, I think this kind of let Andrea off the hook, because after this, now white can just play very natural move g3. This is, like, not such a crazy complicated move, and the point is that now either white opens this and gets the g file, or black has to do this. And I mean, if this only benefits white, let's put it this way. I thought it would have been a little bit better, instead of knight f4, for Dina in this position to maybe, like, continue what she did in the game, actually, like bishop d7, queen e7, maybe even castle. Taking now is also possible, but again, then you kind of remove some of your possibilities because you help white. But you help white a little bit more like this. But again, Andrea was not looking for, like, critical refutation of the position. She plays queen e2, bishop d7, and now, like, a simply shocking decision. I mean, like, if you're gonna castle in any direction here with white, I mean, I don't know. For me personally, this looks unbelievably natural, because my next move is gonna be g3 to open up this position, and, like, you know, then I'm gonna live my life. And I don't think that black is gonna play this, because I think white striking in the center is much faster. That's just me. And I wouldn't castle here, because I want to play g3, but even that's completely fine. Andrea plays a4. a4 makes sense if b6 is, like, there, if the king is there already. And, I mean, on its own, it doesn't really need to be played. But, okay, Dina plays a5. I mean, again, it's chess boxing, right? Like, they haven't boxed yet, so that's not really an excuse, but it's just a stressful situation. The timer's about to end. Your moves are not going to be as high of a quality as it would be if, you know, they played in the Olympiad. But I'm just kind of showing, like the chess lesson of the game. I hope you understand. I'm not sitting here going, I would have played better moves. I'm just saying why certain moves are better than others, okay? Given the circumstances. I got strictly chess. We have to remember they are sitting in a ring in front of 10,000 people, and they're about to fight each other physically. So, you know, you never have to worry about that against an opponent, okay? Like, if you're playing a 6-year-old at a tournament and you know you're gonna fight them, you're just not gonna play that well, and then you're gonna, you know, kick them across the field. Don't do that for legal reasons. That's a joke. But what I'm saying is, you know, if you know you're gonna fight your opponent, it's gonna be pretty stressful. And this is kind of the ending position of the first round. I mean, so far, a total win for Andrea. I mean, in terms of position, black has what we call a bishop pair advantage. It ain't much, though. And again, this pawn is not great. This trade is forever gonna benefit white, leaving an isolated pawn here and opening up the pressure here. G3 is always gonna be a good move. And what black wants to do in this position is definitely not play d5, given this is here, but definitely play e5. That's kind of what black wants, to try to either get some clarity in the center or get kind of like a King's Indian style position, although hardly a King's Indian, and then try to play like f5 in the future, maybe a rip open the position. But white has a very nice position. I mean, the knight is never getting booted because of this. Very, very stable position for white. But after this, we have the end of the first round of the boxing, And now we'll take a look at, of the chess, and now we'll take a look at some of the highlights that I clipped out of the mainstream. Again, shout out to Ludwig, shout out to Mogul Moves, you guys are great. Thanks for letting me use some of this footage.
Here we go, first round underway, Dina and Andrea. Andrea coming out with big jab, throws a big overhand right, a whiffs, and some punches landed to the temple.
Remember, both these competitors very new to the sport of boxing. A max of 6 weeks of experience.
Strong right hand lands for Dina right down the middle, timing her opponent as she opens. Turn around and windmill. That is
15 seconds to go.
Low time.
Whoa, seems like Dina's just hoping for the 10 seconds to wrap up. Oh!
And there it is. 10 seconds left. Final seconds of the round coming up. 3, 2, 1. Time. Surviving.
So, we always knew that going into the chess, Dina was going to be the favorite. We didn't exactly know what we were going to get in the boxing, but now we know the situation. Andrea is the better boxer, and she's in better physical shape. And she definitely won that first round. So she's currently up 2. She's up in the chess, she's up in the boxing. Dina, being the higher rated player, did not put that on full display yet in the chess. However, Dina is up a minute on the clock. That's very important right now. Minute is a minute. And Andrea was a little bit slower out the gate. And I think what Dina's strategy was delay the game. Like put a lot of pressure on Andrea on the clock in the chess, and then ultimately overtake her later in the game, because that's what a good player does. Like, you don't need to be, just like in poker. You can lose a little bit of chips to somebody, but in the long run, you run a lot of simulations, the better player is going to win. So, Queen D2, Andrea kind of sits down and doesn't do this, doesn't castle, which I'm not a fan of. And now Dina plays a great move. She doesn't lock the position. She was kind of wary about this. Instead, she strikes in the center with D5. I love this move. I kind of felt like this was the beginning of the end of the Andrea advantage. Because when you are the weaker player, it's I don't exactly know what Andrea's strategy was, but oftentimes you just kind of want to keep your opponent at bay. She might completely disagree that that was her strategy. But all I'm saying is it's kind of hard sometimes to, like, be a juggernaut on both fronts, right? And so she backs up, right? She could have went forward. Like, she could have gone forward, but she backs up, trying to go to B5, take. Now Dina goes here. Now here, there is a relatively elementary tactic that wins a pawn. Now, personally speaking, if I was playing Blitz, I would have gone here, and I would have gone here. Just a free pawn. Like, okay, computer thinks it's 0.3, it thinks that there's counterplay, but personally, I think this is very easy to play. Black might castle, white might play knight b5, and okay, computer's gonna try to refute me here. It says bishop d5 is better for black, but like, no human is playing that move, especially in Blitz. But, you know, to her credit, Andrea goes here, and this is one of those rare moments in life, and in chess, and in life, where I completely disagree with the computer in terms of getting better at chess. Bishop c2 is the top pension move. However, now black gets this. And as I mentioned, this was the beginning of the transition of the chess. It really took fold right here. I mean, this was great. Now, what has to happen right now is Andrea needs to run with her king. She has one more option, which is to take, maybe take again, and try to trade the queens. If Andrea gets this position, fine. But that's not very likely to happen. She needs to run with the king. Here's why. If Andrea castles, let's say, in this position, and black plays e4, that's not a real threat. Why? Because of the queen, okay? Because of this. And black is lost. Black's queen and king are stuck in the center of the board. Like, black can go here, I will play d5, okay? Instead of that, Andrea, again, like, the whole tide shifts here. d5, and Dina plays e4. That's a savage move. So now, if this, okay, then there's this and a monster attack. So if you're going to choose which way to castle here, again, I have been screaming for long castle. I have been yelling, hoping it happens. And at this point, it was going very fast during the commentary. And Andrea didn't realize that it's not just this that's the problem. Okay? You got to get your king to safety. And now, if you go long, I mean, if you go short, I just said going short was working there. Not anymore. It's not working anymore because black plays this excellent move, knight e5. You see, the difference is if you had gone this way and knight e5 was played, white can continue to bulldoze down the center. So white can, like, take, queen e5, maybe d6, knight c4. Like, that's the entire idea. You get a lot of help here. Andrea goes castle short. And now Dina plays a great move. Actually, during the broadcast, I made a mistake. I thought this was like still working, but it's not. Like I thought maybe black can do this. I thought like very quickly in my mind, I made some note like, oh, this is it's not. This is a little bit too much. And I thought maybe black is, I was wrong, completely wrong, but it was like a split second thing. Well, Dina's split second thing was better than mine because she goes 95 and suddenly this, and this is where I realized Andrea's dead. Like chess-wise. Like she's busted because this looks horrible to defend and you're down a ton on time. Like the top engine move here is to open your king. I mean, that's not human. I mean, it's so hard to do that. The point is you do this, and then you know what you do? You just play king h1 and use the g file against your, I mean, you can't really play like that. Like you can if you're playing at home or on the toilet in the house, okay? Chessboxing is different. She plays g3 and now, Dina plays here, and I mean, this is where I realized, no, Andrea's got no, I mean, like, it's over. Knight b5, and Dina plays, instead of playing defense, plays bishop h6, applying another level of attack. h4 is on the way, and I was like, uh-oh, Andrea's got to put some serious pressure on her in the boxing, because round 2 of chess is over. Dina has completely seized control of this game, and she has nearly 3 times the amount of time Andrea has. It's like 340 to 115 or something. It's crazy. So Andrea's going to have to put some pressure on her in the boxing. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Andrea's looking for a knockout, I feel as though. 100%. She's looking for a big punch.
Dina nice and busy with a jab.
Oh!
Andrea, big overhand right. Lands.
Oh! Dina lands. Oh!
Coming
lands.
back in for the hooks. It's for Andrea working.
It's the tale of two sports.
Big counter punch landed for Dina. Right over the top.
Oh man, I think they're both getting a bit tired now.
Yeah.
A bit of a feeling.
Oh! Big overhand right. Who does it? He says it.
He's got to keep the gloves up.
Good though. This is good, Jake.
Not that much.
Big hook lands on the ear of Dina.
Dina's looking.
Pushing into the corner. Oh! Up against the ropes.
15 seconds left, Andrea.
Keep up the pressure. 10 seconds.
Oh!
And time.
So that's 2 rounds of boxing that go to Andrea, right? But the chess, not in her favor. Dina's gonna have to put the foot on the gas, and oh my goodness, did she ever, okay? So, let's take you through the moves. Andrea sits down, thinks for a while, plays queen d1. She's thinking, but she's also trying to stall a little bit, so she gets a little bit of clock back and can go try to win the fight in the boxing. Queen g5, just an epic move. Sacrificing a fork, not playing any defense, because if knight a8, I mean, black is just, it's haymakers. It's this, it's everything. So king h1, and right around here I realized, wait a minute, Dina created a complete lock on the center. If you ever want to attack somebody in chess, especially on the flank, lock the center. This is insane. She has the center under lock and key. Nobody can move. Everything is defended. Everything in the position is completely defended. And this is when I realized, wait a minute, she's just going to win this game. This is completely over. And she played d6, Andrea. Queen h3 is mate in 8, and I'm not even going to take you through the verbal part of this commentary. You can just watch the highlight reel, because this is where I realized this match is over, but Andrea is going to stall it out until the bell rings and try to win it in the next round of boxing. Check it out.
This
Dina's
is so close.
quick to make her moves.
Oh my gosh, guys, there is
We're
a plan to go
halfway
here
through the round
and
already.
here, and it's mate. I'm not sure white can stop that.
Wait, what?
Queen in for black, and that's what she's doing. That's what I think black might be winning. I think black might be winning this game.
Okay, Andrea
Can
might
she
want to
play
slow
another
it
check?
down. Then she might want to slow it down.
Oh, it's force mate. It's force mate. Black is completely winning. It's mate on the next move unless white sacrifices all of her pieces.
Which she might need to do at this stage, so hang on, 36
What
seconds.
piece does she have to
Get into the
sacrifice?
next boxing round.
The only thing she can do is give checks. She has to stall. If she's smart, she's gonna stall the clock out. Andrea cannot make any move.
She has to do a force check with her bishop.
Oh, that was smart. She took the pawn, so
Okay,
the
she
knight.
sacrificed.
Wait, but Dina missed mate in
There's
one.
a check.
She can do
No.
another check. She might need to do this check here. Again,
Guys,
30 seconds on the
A
clock.
couple moves ago, when the knight took the pawn, knight takes pawn was mate.
Only 8 seconds. Are we going to see another boxing round, ladies
Yes,
and
we
gentlemen?
are. Yes, we are. Dina misses checkmate in one move.
Andrea,
Is she going to make a move?
Andrea.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Another boxing round.
All signs point to a loss in chess. Ref starts the round. 90 seconds on the clock. Final boxing
Right
round.
into it.
What
No
do these
touch
do?
of gloves.
Wow.
Bobbing and weaving, getting in tight.
Dina back.
He didn't know that. There's that overhand right.
Overhand rights.
There's that overhand. Oh,
Clean
jab up
connect.
the middle.
Clean connect.
Chasing her around the ring.
And
Dina
again-
stayed away, being smart, playing defense. but boom, left hook.
Oh,
The temple.
Our first count.
We got a standing
and
count.
two in the fight now.
That's 2 in the fight, but it doesn't matter. She needs to get 3 in this round
Yep.
or a knockdown.
Right.
She's not
40
gonna
seconds,
stop it.
40 seconds.
40
Half the time.
seconds.
Andrea has to make something happen. She's throwing swings out. Dina running around. She's got to be more gas than any other.
Oh,
Lance,
that's
right
it.
in the middle. There's a stun. No.
No,
No.
This is the second one, the third of the match. If she gets 3 stoppages in the fight, it's over. One more stoppage and it's done.
20 seconds to decide.
20 seconds, 18,
Oh!
17.
It's on.
Andrea has
Oh,
to deliver
look
the
out of there.
killing blow. Andrea! 10 seconds. Will she deliver the killing blow and win, or will she lose to checkmate?
Separate.
There's 5 seconds left.
5 seconds,
Oh my
5
God.
seconds.
And in the same way that Andrea waited out time. Oh, there's the bell. Dina waited out time, survived the round, and we're going back to chess.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, folks, and here we are. Here we are. The boxing is over, and if you caught the end of the chess, knight g4 happened, and in this position, Dina misses literally a bout-ending move. If Dina had played knight takes f2, there would have been no controversy in this fight. She would have never seen a third round of boxing. And nobody would sit there going, oh, Andrea could have won it. But instead of that, she just takes back. That was my automatic reaction too, by the way, because I was just thinking about queen h2 mate. I mean, and then this to stall, and I mean, it's just crazy, right? She stalls the clock, and then she pours it on her in that third and final round, and it looks like the referee was about to start a count, a standing count, basically, is when you are hurt in boxing, and they count up to 8, and they give you time to recover. It looked like the third count was getting started, and then the bell rang right at the end, and that's where the controversy came in, because basically they ruled it that the round ended and Dina survived. Now, you can also argue Dina didn't put up much of a fight. She tried to evade danger, and she tried to finish it in the chess. That is, unfortunately, part of the strategy. Fortunately, unfortunately, it's part of the strategy, and she was a late-minute kind of bout, and she wasn't in the best shape that she could have been in, right? I'm not saying she's not in good shape. She's probably in very good shape, but Andrea was in, like, phenomenal shape. She had been training for months, so Dina put all her kind of focus on winning it in the chess, surviving the boxing. So there's this big controversy, right? Meanwhile, they sit down for chess, and Andrea simply gives a check and resigns, because that's it. No matter what you do, it's mate, and it ends, and Dina is the winner. What an insane back and forth fight. I mean, my God. This is exactly what chess boxing is all about. They did all the boxing. It went to the final round of chess, first few moves. And ultimately, in hindsight, what ended up happening is Mogul Moves actually put out something that said, Andrea and Dina are co-winners. Co-winners. Like, Andrea also gets a belt, even though technically, Andrea won, period. I think that's what the announcement said. It was like, they conferred with the referee, and instant replay showed that the count started again. And like, whatever, this isn't the UFC. There's not millions of dollars on the line. I don't really care. People were like, this is lame. And all right, whatever you want to say, it's lame. I say, we need a rematch. We need both of them to get proper training. We need Dina to be in great shape, better than she was, so she could, actually fight back. And we need Andrea to sharpen up her, London or whatever it is that she's going to play. And we got to run it back. That was a crazy, crazy fight. It was great to commentate it. I hope you enjoyed some of my hype moments. I was screaming. It was an insane attack demonstrated by Dina of how to defeat a lower-rated player, how to imbalance the game and create an attack and sacrifice and be brave. And in the boxing, I mean, she did what she had to do. Like, she did what she had to do. She was outmatched, and she did what she had to do. And she ended up winning in the chess. So let me know if you enjoyed this, and I will make another one. Maybe Point Crow and Disguised Toast. Maybe Ludwig and Sea Dog slapping each other. Anyway, cheers. I'll see you in the next video. Get out of here.